FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Is there some kind of thought? Do you have evidence that there's an actual coherent body of thought within the administration? I don't care how angry Jews get in America. I don't care how much they cut back on their funding. I don't care how many seats this costs us. I'm going to go ahead and open the lines of communication to the Arab countries and downgrade our relationship with Israel because I believe I can make a historic contribution in foreign policy. Are they thinking something like that?
Well, I think probably yes, but I will say this, which is, if they had a plan, it would make me happier. No, but if they had a plan, they would at least have a plan. If there was a unifying intelligence that was guiding this, aside from I'm a man with a Muslim father, I'm going to go to Cairo and say I'm your friend. That's going to transform everything. And they're still angry about Jews in Jerusalem, and so I'm going to say I agree with them that that's something that they should be angry about. So they'll be nice to me, and they'll think everything is wonderful. That's very vague, and there's no plan there. But if there were a plan, and someone could show me that there was a plan and that there was a five-part strategy that was being laid out, then at least this would make some peculiar logical sense. And to me, it makes no sense. I think it's an emotional reaction. I think he does have an animus, and I think that animus is causing him to act in ways that are damaging not only to his own political position, but damaging to American national interests. And ultimately, that goes to the question of Iran. It is in America's national interest to prevent Iran from having a bomb. It is in Israel's national interest America and Israel have a common national interest here. But so does Egypt, so does Saudi Arabia, so does Austria and Hungary and Kosovo and India and all sorts of places in the world.
But they're all looking at us because they're saying, well, wait a minute here. The House of Saud is saying, we'd rather the United States took out those crazy Shia in Tehran, but if they're not going to, we need to cut a deal with those people.
By the way, if there were a strategy, here's the other part. Right. I will give you this strategy. If Barack Obama wants Israel to pull back to the 1967 borders, a position that could not politically be achieved in Israel today, if Barack Obama, if he thought that was going to solve everything, the best way for him to do that is to hit Iran's nuclear facilities. If the United States takes out Iran's nuclear capacity, Obama goes to Jerusalem and says, I have saved you from Amalek. I have saved you from the revival of the greatest threat to the Jewish people. You do something for me.
And make
the United States has saved you. You now need to make a sacrifice for the region, and because I believe this is in your best interest. And under those circumstances, Israel would have to comply.